All right, guys, so I just want to give you some perspective into my mind. Now, first of all, I respect anyone who's willing to, especially women, who are willing to show that, hey, they carry and that they handle a firearm pretty well. But these are the things that come through my mind when I see something like this. Watch how she loads the magazine, guys, at the very initial, right here. She just grabs it, pops it in, and then loads it. Now, with that being said, I wouldn't recommend grabbing the gun like that ever to load it, because every single thing that we do is built into a habit. How you do anything is how you're going to do everything when it comes to life, let alone gun handling. And so my recommendation is just, why not just grab it with that high firm pistol grip, finger straight up and off the trigger, and then take that magazine and then just insert it, pinch, push, pull, release, and then fully chamber around. I think that is infinitely better to do, because you are never not doing it that way. And that's how you should be doing it if you want to handle a weapon super safely, effectively, and efficiently. Now, she did a great job here. Anybody who's ever trained with me, you know I'm a psycho for fingers straight up and off the trigger at all times until you're aimed in and ready to fire. And so I give her mad props, mad respect for that. I also love the choice of gun. It looks like a nice little fit. But then she also shows herself holstering it. She shows herself drawing it. So this is awesome. You want to practice with the clothes you wear. This is why wearing the gun at home, ladies and gents, especially ladies, this is why wearing the gun around the home is so effective, because you could test out different clothing with it, especially in the fall. You got different layers on, and you just run a couple of dry drills. You don't have to do anything crazy. 1, 2, 3 clean draws, making sure the holster stays on your belt. Ladies, look at the belt that she's wearing. Great choice of belt. Solid, rigid, thick belt. That's exactly what you want for effectively carrying a firearm with you and getting a good, successful draw off, as she demonstrates. Finger straight up and off the trigger. She gets a high firm pistol grip every single time she goes down into that thing. And ladies, appendix carry works out really well for you, a lot better than it actually does for men, because the shapes of your hips allow for that gun to sit more well fitted inside of that, I don't know, pelvic wall or whatever you call it. So for guys, we have a gun pointing at our junk, and that obviously sucks. Third weapon safety rule: never point the weapon at anything you're not willing to destroy. Risky business. I've done it a few times, but I'm not a big fan of it. So anyways, she does a great job at demonstrating the draw. Slightly stylish, little contrast for her holster, but look at that. Puts the jacket on, can still get the draw. Now here, somebody in the comments said some stupid stuff about, did she have her finger on the trigger as she was pointing at the camera? Yeah, you idiot. Like, pointing it at the camera? You mean the tripod? The phone sitting there? Yeah, point your gun at that thing all day, especially because it's good to record yourself when you're doing these types of things. And I will say this though, her grip here, that could be a little bit better. Hold on. So her grip here for this one, as the gun is coming in towards the camera. Now, good on her, because as you advance in your firearms training career, you could tell she's taken a few classes, because she's been trained, well, hopefully she did pretty smooth, at least if she hasn't been, on going from steps 5 to 6. Your finger goes down to that trigger, so once you punch out on a target, you're immediately pulling that trigger back and you're getting a good shot off on. But this right here, so she's a righty from what I think it is in this camera angle. Her left hand, or support hand, is doing like this weird thing right here. I wouldn't recommend that at all. I would just say, look, you want a good, solid, stable platform, get it under there. Try to interlock the gaps with the knuckles. Wrap them around your dominant hand nice and tight, and then just claps. You're looking for a push pull, kind of just like neutral suspension of that weapon system in the air. But when you do this, all you're doing now is creating a gap and deviation and weakness in between your hands. And so that's honestly this video. So one other thing I just noticed as I'm watching this is with her grip, her thumbs aren't pointed in the same direction like they should be. Cinched in, grip should be cinched in tight like that, but she has that pointer finger out, and then it looks actually as if her thumb is going behind the slide. And so I just want to make people aware, herself included. I'm sure she knows, but sometimes we get bad grips, especially when you're trying to quickly record something and go out and do your errands and stuff. But the slide will come back when you pull that trigger. This is going to get forced back with an insane amount of pressure that comes out of the shell casing of the cartridge that you just pulled the trigger against, that shot the bullet, the projectile out forward. That residual gas pushes back on this slide, which is a thick, somewhat sharp piece of metal, and like that will, oof, and that won't like blow your thumb off. It'll definitely cut the hell out of you. Definitely won't feel good. It will definitely jam the weapon system, so you'll create a stoppage. And so you're basically just like really jacking your hand up and causing the gun to not function properly when you have your thumb in the back position like that. So yeah, just a couple of quick little things, but important enough, I feel like, to definitely make a mention of. She does a great job holstering. She observes the holster. She goes straight down. She doesn't keep pointing into her hip like a lot of people do. This is just a really great video, guys. I really like this. I'm very proud of a woman to not be afraid to tell people that she's packing. She's ready to defend herself. Get off of her nuts if you're trying to do something weird or shady, which I'm sure she probably deals with all the time. Most women do. This right here, though, is the one thing, guys. Why would you even bother loading it like that? Just get that high firm pistol grip. Always index with the pointer finger. Flare it out in a safe direction. And then twist, pinch, pull, release. Because that's how you're going to do it when you're doing stoppage drills. That's how you're going to do something, deviation of that, or some version of that when you're doing reloads. That's just the way you're going to be doing it when you're doing weapons manipulation. And so I always do that high firm pistol grip. But again, this video was really amazing, and I would like to see more women showing that they carry, so they can show what they carry, how they carry. Honestly, for women, it's been a very difficult thing for me to really uncover like the secrets of how women conceal carry. But now that I'm thinking about it, I actually know a chick I'm going to reach out to and ask to interview her about this. So yeah, proud of it. A couple of things to fix. That's my mindset, how my mind works. Just so you all know as you continue to do training with me. But man, great trigger finger discipline. I just really like this video for a number of reasons. So stay strong, girl.